Tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai ki tēnei hui whakanui e te hunga. Ka whakapōtaihi e te whare wainanga o Tamaki Makaurau. Nō reira, nau mai, heieri mai, tēnā koutou katoa. Good afternoon and welcome to Graduation Week at the University of Auckland. This ceremony will see graduates from the Faculty of Creative Arts and Industries. The formal proceedings will begin very shortly and you'll be invited to stand as your graduates enter and process to their seats. They will then be followed by the academic staff and finally our official party, which includes our Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and guest speaker. Please remain standing during that time. During the ceremony, please feel free to take photographs, but don't stand in the aisles to do this. And now is the best time, please, for you to switch your mobile phones to silent. At the end of the ceremony, you'll all be invited to sing the national anthem for the first time with your new graduates. Everyone will then process out and you can enjoy the rest of your evening. Ladies and gentlemen, your graduands are here. Please stand.
estum somos, gaudeamus igitur, joven estum sumus, post jucundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos avemitumus, nos avemitumus. Vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat membrum qualibet, vivat membra qualibet, semper sit in flore, semper sit in flore. Please be seated. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā hoe whā. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, special guests, graduands, family, whānau, and supporters. As Chancellor of the University of Auckland, I extend a warm welcome to you all on behalf of the University Council members and the staff of the University. This is a meeting of the Council of the University of Auckland at which the Pro-Chancellor and I will confer diplomas and award degrees in the Faculty of Creative Arts and Industries. Graduation is a time for celebrating success. Today, you will experience the pomp and tradition of this ancient ceremony and the recognition befitting your success on your well-deserved day of celebration. Like your family and friends gathered here, we are very proud of your achievements and look forward to your lifelong involvement as members of the University of Auckland family. Of course, graduation is much more than just a day of celebration. Your qualification from this university will have a lifetime impact on you, your family, and the community at large. We know that compared to those whose formal education ends in high school, graduates have lower unemployment rates, higher salaries, better career prospects, and better health outcomes. Your university experience and the qualifications gained at university will thus add real value to your lives and the lives of those around you. The fact that our university can add value in these ways reflects the abilities and achievements of our staff and students. In the Faculty of Creative Arts and Industries, Elam graduate Imogen Taylor won this year's Wallace Arts Trust Paramount Award with her work refusal to yield. Imogen's prize was a 6-month residency at the International Studio and Curatorial Program in New York. Students from the School of Architecture and Planning received 3 gold pins at New Zealand's Best Design Awards. Staff members Sarosh Muller and Aaron Patterson were also awarded 3 silver pins. An annual showcase of excellence in graphic, spatial, product, interactive and motion design, the awards were established in 1970 to celebrate the very best of New Zealand design. And Professor Andrew Barry's firm, Andrew Barry Lab, working in collaboration with Tokyo-based Tezuka Architects, won the Ted McCoy Award for Educational Architecture, one of the top awards at this year's New Zealand Institute of Architects Awards. The award was in recognition of their work on the Cathedral Grammar Junior School in Christchurch. In order that we can continue to achieve successes like these and to enhance our contribution to future generations of graduates and to our nation, the university must do 3 things. First, we need to attract students of high academic potential and give them an outstanding academic and extracurricular experience. In this respect, we are doing very well. The proportion of students entering university with a high grade point average is growing each year, and we produce outstanding graduates just like you. Second, we need to attract, develop and retain outstanding staff. This we are doing is illustrated by the achievements I described earlier. Many of our staff are world leaders in their fields, and you will have been privileged to learn from and work with them. It is no coincidence that in the QS World Rankings of University Subjects, the University of Auckland came top in New Zealand in 37 of the 41 subjects ranked, and we don't even teach 2 of them. And third, we need to create the kind of academic environment and facilities that support and encourage excellence. To this end, the university has been investing heavily in its campus renewal program so as to ensure that we do provide facilities of genuinely international quality. Many of you will graduate today with a first qualification, and you will be rightly proud of this achievement. However, I also want you to reflect on the ongoing learning opportunities and the wide range of postgraduate options available to you at this university. You must never rest on your laurels in a challenging and ever-changing world, but rather be prepared to embrace change and new technology and make the most of the opportunities presented to you. Although it may seem a daunting prospect right now, further study and learning is inevitable for all of us as the world changes around us at an ever-accelerating pace. Whatever path you follow, I urge you as alumni of New Zealand's leading university to never forget your alma mater, your university. We rely on our graduates for support, moral, political, and financial. But today is your day, with the focus firmly on your achievement. At this ceremony, we honour your success, along with the support of your family, whānau, and others who have sustained you through your studies. I congratulate you and trust that you will long cherish the memories of your graduation today. It's my pleasure to welcome our guest speaker today, Pip Cheshire. Auckland architect Pip Cheshire has garnered many accolades over his career, including gold medals from the New Zealand Institute of Architects and the Royal Architectural Institute of Canada. His buildings are renowned and much awarded. His architecture practice, Cheshire Architects, employs 28 architects and graduates working on both new and heritage buildings. Pip's designs make up the fabric of many of our most admired urban landscapes, from theatres, hospitality venues and apartments at Hobsonville Point, to conservation architecture at Britomart, to name just a few. One of his commissions is as project architect on the conservation of the historic huts built in the age of Antarctic exploration. These are taongas, the huts built by Sir Robert Falcon Scott and Sir Ernest Shackleton, and later Sir Edmund Hillary's 1955 Antarctic hut. Pip is a past president of the New Zealand Institute of Architects, a member of the Auckland Urban Design Panel, and an occasional studio tutor at the School of Architecture at this university. He is one of the leading lights of New Zealand architecture. Please welcome him to the stage.
Thank you, Chancellor. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, members of University, graduates, families, whānau, friends, tēnā koutou. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon and to have this opportunity to look at so many of you who are our future. Though to be honest, I've been a little uncertain as to what I might say to you. You face a world very different from that which I graduated into. And I'm honoured to be amongst so many of you who have armed yourselves with the intellectual tools to forge a better future. We are, as Oscar Wilde has said, all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Now, I congratulate those of you who are looking at the stars and who are graduating today. I also congratulate your whānau and friends who have supported you through the years of study, the pressures of time and money and intellectual challenge, the successes and inevitable frustrations of academic study. It is said that when British Prime Minister Winston Churchill was asked to cut arts funding to support the Second World War effort, he replied, "Then what are we fighting for?" We should not be surprised, I suppose, in this age of fake news, that he did not in fact utter those words, they apparently having appeared in New York's Village Voice as recently as 2008. The sentiment does, though, echo Churchill's pre-war view that the arts are essential to any complete national life. The state owes it to itself to sustain and encourage them. Ill fares the race which fails to salute the arts with the reverence and delight that are their due. We, if I might associate myself with you, your cohort, are involved in those activities identified by Churchill as essential to any complete national life. As we move into a time of ubiquitous computing, automation, and the replacement of human activity by digital apparatus, creative endeavour is more important than ever. It is perhaps a concentration on the quantitative measures of life and the proliferation of goods and services that inevitably occlude the activities of those of us committed to the pursuit of qualitative excellence. As we rightly applaud the spectacular advances in our understanding of the mechanics of life, so we as a society must ensure that our knowledge is applied to something beyond the pursuit of more, bigger, and longer. As we seek to navigate the complexities and risks of instantaneous and ever-present communication in our search for just, equitable, and sustainable communities, the recognition of excellence in human endeavour sets aspirational goals, be those of the performing and visual or of the design and ordering of our built environment. We might paraphrase philosopher Thomas Hobbes, who wrote in the 17th century text, The Leviathan, that in the absence of our disciplines, life would be solitary, poor, nasty, brutish and short, though of course the natural sciences will reasonably claim that they have extended our short lifespans. The values of creativity and qualitative rather than quantitative assessment are more important than ever as we confront the extraordinary challenges to human life on Earth. Rarely in the past has our future seemed so uncertain, and yet never in the past has our ability to affect the future been so much within our power. You, the graduates of those disciplines that privilege creative endeavour, must seize the day. We're long past the age of singular specialisations, that time in which the apparatus of human settlement was measured in the number of houses, schools and motorways constructed, as if life were no more than the aggregation of physical goods. The values that guide the requirements of resilient and sustainable settlement are the stuff of your settlement, of your study, be it performance, planning or design. Our very survivability as a species depends on the synergistic weaving of social, cultural, creative and pragmatic endeavours in the making of resilient communities. These are not new imperatives. Indeed, the conjunction of scientific endeavour and creative expression have been ideals since classical times. And in my own work, I have seen a poignant collection of artefacts that bespeak a life of conjoined scientific discovery and creative expression. I've been fortunate to have been working in the Antarctic, engaged with a skilled group of conservators for some 20 years in the conservation of the explorers' huts from the heroic age of Borchgrevink, Scott and Shackleton's explorations in the first years of the 20th century. The expeditions each left behind huts constructed as temporary bases from which their explorations of the polar regions were launched, and which served as bases for the gathering of weather, geophysical, zoological and chemical data to better understand that most unusual continent. The huts were each constructed to last 2 or 3 seasons at best, but each have survived but are now showing signs of age, the extreme climatic conditions of their location and the effects of increasing visitation. The huts were abandoned after Shackleton's 1917 Imperial Transantarctic expedition, left to the elements for some 40 years, until they were visited again during the International Geophysical Year in the late 1950s. This began annual visitation in the first attempts at conservation of the huts. Each is a time capsule, the equipment of exploration and the artefacts of occupation, quite literally frozen in place and time. Of all the huts, it is Cape Evans, the hut of Captain Robert Falcon Scott, that is most poignant. This is the hut from which Scott and his party headed out from their expedition to the South Pole. That culminated in the disappointment of being beaten to the pole by 5 weeks by the Norwegian Roald Amundsen and the death of the party during its attempt to return to Cape Evans. The hut was, as Scott said, like the Ritz compared with those of the other explorers. It's relatively large, has rudimentary insulation and acetylene lighting system, efficient heating, a darkroom, a well-equipped laboratory, and was surrounded by the paraphernalia of weather observation and recording. It is from here that Ponting made his superb photographs, and Edward Wilson his beautiful watercolour paintings that transcend the mere recording of those unusual conditions. Rather, they evoke the strangeness of that alien environment, its land and ice formations, and its unusual weather events. Further south along the coast at Hut Point, an exposed and desolate point at which Scott's first expedition wintered over in 1901, the Royal Terra Theta was established and gave performances to the expedition members. It was there too that editions of the South Antarctic Times were produced, a newspaper combining scientific results, poetic compositions, sketches and paintings. These small isolated communities gave voice to the human need to express the sublime environments that they were experiencing as eloquently and precisely as a daily recording of wind speed and temperature. You may not travel to the extremes of human reach, though some of you may well travel beyond Earth's embrace. Yet the challenges you face creating a resilient and equitable society for our burgeoning population must be met by the integration of disciplines, not the least of which those being celebrated here today. Our country is changing rapidly and must continue to do so to meet the challenges of population growth and environmental degradation. To do so, we, you, need to show the way that we can live, show how we can live with respect for the land, our environment, and of course, our people. The creative industries of art, dance, music, architecture, urban design and planning have in your power the ability to make manifest our future. I urge you all to seize the day and make your voices heard in the making of that future. Do not forget the intellectual fervour that has powered you through the last few years. Please, for all our sakes, dream no small dreams. Let those dreams be of civility, inclusion and respect, and the expression of those dreams filled with passionate commitment to the sublime. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Thank you, Pip, for sharing that wonderfully interesting delivery with us. This is a meeting of council and convocation of the university at which the Pro-Chancellor, Cecilia Tarrant, and I will be awarding diplomas and conferring degrees. I invite the Pro-Chancellor to award the diplomas and confer the degrees in the first half of this ceremony.
By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Cecilia Tarrant, Pro-Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who, within the Faculty of the Creative Arts and Industries, have satisfied the requirements of this university.
I call upon the Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Creative Arts and Industries, Dr. Nuala Gregory, to present graduands in that faculty.
Chancellor, as Deputy Dean, I have the honour of presenting to you the students qualified for the award of a diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Creative Arts and Industries. To the degree of Bachelor of Architectural Studies, Sung Kyung An. Connor James Aslabi. Sue Ewan Bay. Tanvi Samir Badlodkar. Harriet Frances Monroe Cameron. Brandon Jackson Carter Chan. Daniel Chung. Mu Chi Chung. Yu Jo Chung. Hayuki Ki Choi. Yuan Ji Choi. Lee Ming Dong. Ashley Simone Darragh. Yushi Dong. Nicole Yvette Drake. Xiao Jia Do. Daniel James Fennell. Liu Tong Gong. Kyle Patrick Andres Guerin. Yi Guao. Joel Cameron Harnett. Hugo Alexandra Wei G.F. Harvey. Tzu Ing Hui. Keanu o Puariki Heather. Sophie Harold. Joanna Ho. Shirley Faith Kawai Ho. Tiai Si Huang. Calvin Hui. Louis Jackson. Yon Ji J. Wei Han Ji. He Jiang. Kanade Konishi. Taran Julia Corrant. Juliana Lara Gonclaves. Rihanna De Lash. Wilson Lavelua. Cao Wing Law. Su Min Lee. Sue Rimley. Bohan Lee. Rosemary Lee. Jia Ying Lang. Leticia Lima da Silva. Zachary Y. Kyung Lo. Erica Luke. Maria Clara McKinnon Cuervo. Carl Angelo Mendez. Anushka Menoita. Bhumika Mistry. Fan Mo. Samuel Maloney. Hai Sun Moon. Leo Nishimura. Stephen Sebastian Niyoto. Sang Eun Park. Delnaz Patrawala. Isabella Vesanier Bridget Curran Peacock. Tatiana Polteeva. Samantha Ann Polovnikov. Muhammad Izzat Ramli. Nicholas James Redman. Ariel Cassandra Theodora Roach. Jia Rong. Nicholas Kazunari Roseby. Elaine Ryan, Giorgio Duncan Scott, Yue Jade Shum, Tamin Song, Nan Sun, Yunka Tan, Yolanda Taslim, Joseph Trace, Amy Udayem, Naomi Francis Fallis, Dorian Viliamu, Connor Jacob Andrews Ward, Cara Webster, Jia Yu Wei, Michaela Wilkinson, Vincent Y. Lock Wong, Richard Tae-ho Yi, Daniel Mun Hin Yip, Chia Xing Yue, Jun Yun Guao, Sarah Chi Cheng Chung, Senior Scholar in Creative Arts and Industries, Zhu Yue Zhang. Zhou Chung Hao. Leo Lei Chu. Xu Yuan Zhu. To the degree of Bachelor of Dance Studies, Emma Louise Broad. Deborah Arawa Rose Fletcher. Madison Joanne Golightly. Sophie Maria Henderson. Natalia Namihi Ave Ionis. Tiana Here Manawa Nui King. Bethany Sarah Laycock. Hua Young Lee. Vila Junior Lemanu. Evie Logan. Olivia Kate Martin. Elena Murawaite Rore. Aidan Kenneth Smith. Sairi Thirie Ta Mehau. Kaylee Leah Woodruff. To the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, Brady Laura Mercer. Alice Mock. Eleanor Eva Carlson Oxley. Carlin Morrison Raju. Senior Scholar in Creative Arts and Industries, Shailene Singh. Lorna Elizabeth Tongo Tongo. Shu Yu Chang. Jenny Zhong. To the degree of Bachelor of Music, Arthur Louis Adams Close. Kun Aldershoff. Marika Louise Belsat. Carla Camilleri. Su Yuen Choi. Mackenzie Grace Clayton. Eliana Rose Dunford. Max Richard Earnshaw. James George Fistich. Nicholas Stephen Neville Forbes. Angus Granger. Senior Scholar in Creative Arts and Industries, Felix Hayes Terrell. Shane Hinton. Lucia Sarah Hawkin Whitehead. Jonathan Howen. Tomomi Johnson. Delanthra Prasad Kalutara Korala Langedon. Christo Lachezarov Karajov. Joshua Lame Kirk. Rohil Kishore. Senior Scholar in Creative Arts and Industries, Grace Lehan. Julius Mari Herrera McPantai. Johan Maley. Rachel Elizabeth Mannering. Alexander Stuart Matangi. Timothy Joel O'Malley. Skylar Jane Wensley Orr. Manuela Ovadie Herrera. Harry James Parsons. Shak Singh Jung. Adam Staples. Tasman John Richard Smith Stevenson. Abigail Patricia Suwantika. Gloria Tian. Astrid Chayono. Isaac Tolstrup. Wang Zihang. Lewis James Masson Wheatley. Rachel Shia. To the degree of Bachelor of Urban Planning, Juan Yang Fang. Ren Yi Li. Tzu Yue Leo. Yuti Ma. Bhargavi Vindamuri. To the degree of Bachelor of Music Conjoint, Caitlin Annette McGassey, and a Bachelor of Science and a Diploma in Languages. Olivia Jewson Francis McNeil, and a Bachelor of Arts. Charlotte Rebecca Naden, and a Bachelor of Science. Zhu O Toa, and a Bachelor of Commerce. Daniel Yom, and a Bachelor of Science. Postgraduate Diploma in Fine Arts with Distinction, Claire Olivia Docking. To the degree of Bachelor of Dance Studies Honours with First Class Honours, Emma Cosgrave. Yin Chi Lee. To the degree of Bachelor of Dance Studies Honours with Second Class Honours, First Division, Jennifer Lee Cram. Odessa Grayson. Karitina Kakaraya. Adrian Tucker. To the degree of Bachelor of Dance Studies Honours with Second Class Honours, Second Division, Kiana Foe Ava. To the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts Honours with First Class Honours, Naomi Allen. Roma Lauren Anderson. Zoe Bocarney. Tianjen Chen. Daryl E. Wanching. Ella Douglas. Albert Jason Valentino for La Sasua. Joshua David Gordon Freeth. Tom Hackshaw. Ara Ariki Haukomau. Albertine Lello. Emma Lovegrove. Jaden Plank. Michaela Dawn Renee Rees. Emmanuel Jerome de la Torre Semiento. Francesca Alexandra Louise C. Harry McIntosh Telfer. Alisa Venning Thomas. Lo Win Wyman. To the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts Honours with Second Class Honours First Division, Logan Winston John Moffat. Nu Quinn Doem Pham. James Watson.
Thank you, Pro-Chancellor. One of the great pleasures of graduation is the opportunity to hear performances by students from our acclaimed School of Music. Benjamin Kubiak will now perform I Am What I Am from La Cage aux Folles by Jerry Herman.
I am what I am. I am my own special creation. So come, take a look. Give me the hook or the ovation. It's my world that I want to have a little pride in. My world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am. I am what I am. I don't want praise, I don't want pity. I bang my own drum, some think it's noise, I think it's pretty. And so what if I love each banner and each spangle? Why not try to see things from a different angle? Life's not worth a damn till you can shout out loud, I am what I am. I am what I am. And what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own deck, sometimes the ace, sometimes the deuces. there's no return and no deposit. One life, so it's time to open up your closet. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am.
Benjamin, thank you. It is a genuine treat to hear you perform. By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Scott St John Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who within the Faculty of Creative Arts and Industries have satisfied the requirements of this university. I call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Creative Arts and Industries, Professor Diane Brand, to present further graduands in that faculty.
To the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts Honours with Second Class Honours Second Division, Jacqueline Benenbrook Dixon. Gordon Thomas Darling. Angela Elizabeth Ann Dunn. Cassandra Isabel Henderson. Hannah Catherine Barbara Lynch. Alexandra Linda McFarlane. Sarah Kelsey Maynell. Hope Maureen Francis Nabilo. Samantha Jane Poots. Kaylee Madeline Williams. To the degree of Bachelor of Music Honours with First Class Honours, Lyndon Alexander Elford in Composition. Ella Rose Ewan in Classical Performance. Will Christopher Goodinson in Jazz Performance and a Bachelor of Music. April Dew in Classical Performance. Caroline Amelia Margaret Norman in Classical Performance and a Bachelor of Music. University Postgraduate Scholar Kathleen Tomacruz in Jazz Performance and a Bachelor of Music. Daniel John Waterson in Jazz Performance. Ji-Yun Ma in Classical Performance. To the degree of Bachelor of Music Honours with Second Class Honours Second Division, Julia Ann Becker Francis in Composition. To the degree of Bachelor of Urban Planning Honours with First Class Honours, Lila Al-Kamil. Louise Margaret Nikolai Berry, Kaylee Emma Bramley, Senior Scholar, Creative Arts and Industries, Jacqueline Ann Collins, Avery Glyn Burns Duckett, Shivani Gounder, Melissa Hallett, Brendan Killian Judd, Johanna Ragnar Maria Schacht, Holly Stevens, to the degree of Bachelor of Urban Planning Honours with Second Class Honours First Division, Denver D'Souza. Chantel Emma Hunter. Gabriela Alejandra Amelia Jimenez Rojas. Jackson Munn. Jessica Elizabeth Neve. Nagia Pockrell. To the degree of Bachelor of Urban Planning Honours with Second Class Honours Second Division, Mayuri Bole. Mitchell Edward Fuller. Gabriella Glory. Sierra Caitlin Gordon. Michael Jonathan Guy. Samuel James Shears. Jane Kathleen Woods. To the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts Honours Conjoint with First Class Honours, Kaylin Erica DeBrain, and a Bachelor of Arts, Juniper Murray, and a Bachelor of Arts, Lily Worrell, and a Bachelor of Arts, to the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts Honours Conjoint with Second Class Honours First Division, Aviva van den Heefer, and a Bachelor of Arts. To the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts Honours Conjoint with Second Class Honours Second Division, Keeley Shade Lash, and a Bachelor of Arts. To the degree of Master of Architecture Professional and Heritage Conservation with First Class Honours, Regina Horstein. Jessica Anna Riley. To the degree of Master of Architecture Professional and Heritage Conservation with Second Class Honours First Division, Maxwell Irving Lamb. Nicole Ikeo I Na Usuri Luvuluvu Malama o Loto Tiseli. Chu Kang Wang. To the degree of Master of Architecture Professional with First Class Honours, Annika Andresen. To the degree of Master of Architecture Professional with Second Class Honours First Division, Su Chan Chi. Yu Guo Wao Yao. To To the degree of Master of Architecture Professional, I Lam To. To the degree of Master of Architecture Professional and Urban Design with second class honours, First Division, Fiona Bashorta. Matilda Mareta Talalupa Lily Phillips. Zan Shu Chu. Ren Yu Xing. To the degree of Master of Architecture Professional and Urban Design with second class honours, second division, Shanita Champion. Athena Wei Shan Chung. Anjali Ishwa. To the degree of Master of Architecture Professional and Urban Design, Tai Hong Lim. Isabel Cruz Benamente. To the degree of Master of Community Dance with first class honours, Jia Hui Liu. Yong Chi Yu. To the degree of Master of Dance Studies with second class honours, second division, Jade Fa'anga. To the degree of Master of Finance with first class honours, Louis Joseph Rivera Britannia. Emma Chalmers. Caroline Ruth Fagan. Christine Elizabeth Jeffs. Julia Jeong Rong Kim. University Postgraduate Scholar Rosanna Lee. Andrew Rankin. Karen Rice. Rebecca Richards. University Postgraduate Scholar Karen Rubado. Robin Walton. Virginia Ware. Brianna Woolhams. Christopher Young. To the degree of Master of Fine Arts with second class honours, first division, Tanya Elise Hackney. John Hodgson. To the degree of Master of Fine Arts, Terina Heni Manatukaha. To the degree of Master of Music with first class honours, Calvin Peter Baker in Studio Pedagogy. Francis Bay in musicology, Amy Chun-Yi Chung in performance, Lauren Annalise White in musicology, to the degree of Master of Music with Second Class Honours First Division, Claire Penny in performance. To the degree of Master of Music with Second Class Honours Second Division, Felicity Jane Than in performance. To the degree of Master of Urban Design with First Class Honours, Louise Goodwin. Jamin Soma Patel. Georgia Kate Pieri. To the degree of Master of Urban Design with Second Class Honours First Division, Claire Louise Lishing. Tommy Yung Hao Ma. To the degree of Master of Urban Design with Second Class Honours Second Division, Shui Chin Lee. To the degree of Master of Urban Planning Professional with First Class Honours, Liam Burkhardt. Fleur Nicola Gillian Martin Austin. To the degree of Master of Urban Planning Professional with Second Class Honours First Division, Rebecca Hope Beattie. Carlos Cesar Ferreira Anchieta Filho. Lucy Ellison Schofield Gervin. Tessa Robbins. To the degree of Master of Heritage Conservation with Second Class Honours Second Division, Ethan Anthony Melby Banks in Built Heritage. Charlotte Hawkins in Built Heritage.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to present the doctoral graduands.
Chancellor, I have the honour of presenting to you the doctoral graduands. To the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, John Nicholas Christophels. Through the privileged view of the camera lens, John's thesis is a response to his first world transient lifestyle. Using analogue 16mm film within our present digital epoch, he sought to create an ethical expression of memory and being that resists the numbing impact of airports and shopping malls. Congratulations, John. University doctoral scholar George Hadjian. Using printed images of the male body and video footage from porn culture, George researched the history and origins of the modern athletic male physique through evolving technological developments in contemporary society. By combining exploratory collage, paint, and innovative printing techniques, he generated original creative research to reveal latent cultural meanings in popular culture. Congratulations. To the degree of Doctor of Music, Naomi Ria Weinroth. This portfolio consists of 3 works. Flower Symphony is a 30-minute piece for orchestra. Requiem Fragments is a 24-minute piece for mixed voices and instrument ensemble. And Liederkreis is a cycle of works for various ensembles, of which the following have been completed. Teraina Rimutaka Me Waiata Tui for 4 flutes, Chanson du Corps for violin and scoldatura and closed piano, and Lieder on Enden for flute, clarinet and viola. Congratulations. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, University scholar Emma Jessie Ferguson in Planning. Emma's thesis explored current planning policy discourses relating to deprived communities in Aotearoa and argued that the dominant discursive practices reinforce inequalities. The thesis also proposed a novel diffractive research methodology. This approach has relevance internationally for those hoping to advance a more humane, generous and emancipatory mode of urban planning, research and practice. Congratulations. Paul James Litterick Biggs in Architecture. Paul looked at journalism and literature in New Zealand to discover interpretations of architecture which had been overlooked by architectural historians and were outside the canon of New Zealand architectural writing. From these discoveries, new interpretations of architectural history were made, challenging the generally accepted narrative of New Zealand architecture. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Tia Reihana in Dance Studies. Tia conducted a cross-Indigenous research in Aotearoa and Yawuru Country, Broome, Western Australia, with Marugeku Dance Theatre, focusing on Indigenous facilitations of culturally distinct settings through the creative and performing arts. Tia's work presents an intercultural framework that validates the equitable inclusion of Indigenous knowledge and community. Congratulations. Fazad Zamani Karakushi in Urban Design. Fazad's thesis investigated the relationship between urban movements, digital technologies and the politics of public space within the context of the Gezi Park movement in Istanbul. His research explains how universal theories are insufficient for explaining complex relationships in different urban contexts. He concludes that in urban design and planning disciplines, a more contextualised knowledge is required to acknowledge different voices and urban realities. Congratulations. And in absentia, all those other persons named in the official record qualified for the conferment of a doctoral degree in the Faculty of Creative Arts and Industries.
We are now nearing the end of this graduation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I invite all today's graduates to stand and receive the congratulations of us all. It is also an opportunity for the graduates to show their appreciation of their families and supporters and the staff of the university who have helped them as they achieved their qualifications. This concludes this meeting of Council and Convocation of the University for the conferment of degrees and the award of diplomas. I now invite you to sing the first verse of God Defend New Zealand in Māori and then in English. The words are printed on the reverse of the program.